John F. Kennedy Jr., as Elaine Bennis would say.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
This one's going to be short and sweet, guys, because I'm still working on it, but you guys deserve the truth almost as soon as I know it, so I'm going to lay it on you. And let me just go through how this happened. I had a family friend from my old neighbor I've known my whole life, kept asking me to find John John. And well, I just wasn't too into it for whatever reason. I think because there's ties to Q and there are people that think he's like hiding in the background on things, yada, yada, yada. I just wasn't too into it. But I was driving with my wife just yesterday and something popped in my head about him. And I just finally said, okay, I'm just going to put my mind to it. And I'm not kidding. Within 5 seconds, I had a person jump into my mind of who he could be. It hopped in there. I was thinking along the lines of what actor kind of came on in the time period that he disappeared, and someone popped into my mind. Someone by the name of Pierce Brosnan. You know Pierce from Mrs. Doubtfire and the Bond movies. You know Pierce. And well, when I got home, the very first thing I did, before I even did any facial recognition or symmetry or anything, I looked up a YouTube video of each, and well, this is the first one I looked up with Pierce.
I did not know this, but I was very proud to learn that you're Irish. I just assumed you were English, but you're an Irishman.
I'm an Irishman, a Paddy from Kerry.
I think that makes me feel good, because I think most people assume that all Irishmen look like either me or Ted Kennedy, you know, that kind of.
So obviously that's no sort of proof, but I usually get a little sort of hint or nod like that when I'm first discovering someone, and it was right there for the taking. But because I'm still really working on this one, there's a lot intertwined here that I'm gonna have to piece together, and I'm pretty far into it, but I just want to give you guys the meat and potatoes of it, and well, a lot of that comes down to the smoking gun. So I want to give you that. I'm going to work on a bigger post for everybody and then a more detailed one for you guys. But I just wanted to give you guys the alignment. And yeah, like obviously their eyes are different, but they manipulate it. And look how perfectly the hair matches up. But here's the smoking gun. And then, like I said, you guys are going to get much more, but I just wanted to give you guys the info because I appreciate you subscribing so much. And I love to just give it to you guys almost right when I get it. So on with what you're waiting for. Oh, but just to open your mind up a little bit more to it, here's John John and RFK Jr. and here's Pierce and RFK Jr. Just happen to be hanging out. And have you ever seen what people think John John would look like now or here? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. But here you go. There's this. Now you just have to ask yourself, what are the odds that I think of someone, they pop in my head, they start talking about the Kennedys immediately when I look this person up, and then they just happen to have the exact same triangle dots there, and 1 and 2 there, and 1 and 2 there. I mean, what are the odds? Let's be real here. A John John and a Mr. Pierce. And like I said, this is a big time knot of information that I have to undo because I think he's involved. And well, I also think maybe there's a second one of him and a second one of him involved, because when you look into it, he was acting much earlier than before he. So, like I said, I'm digging through, I'm untying this ball of knots, but there's a lot left to do, but I wanted to give you guys what I had. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Please consider continuing subscribing month to month. It helps me so much, but I appreciate you guys regardless. Have a great day. And of course, all this for entertainment purposes. I know that John John, we lost him in a plane crash years ago. Entertainment only.